you're in.
Oh, we're in.
This is it.
The clap signals the beginning.
The clap signals the beginning. This is a very high level production.
It's like the ding, ding, ding.
Right. I don't quite have the money yet for the movie clapper.
Oh.
So I use my hands.
It's a good thing you don't have clap-on lights.
How has no one said that yet?
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, I'm always aware of like you've probably done enough episodes where it's easy to be like hacky. Because like people have probably talked about the area you live in.
Yeah.
The train.
Listen, if you got hot takes on the area and the train, go for it.
I'm just saying it's harder because I'm sure, so many comedians have probably delved into that. So.
Wait, where are you living now?
I live in Kips Bay right now.
Ooh, that's nice.
No one's ever reacted that way to Kips Bay.
Well, usually with comedians, it's weird because you could live in Kips Bay or you could live underneath a bridge in Pittsburgh.
Right. Yeah.
Some people are doing well. Most aren't. So Kips Bay, nice.
For comedian, Kips Bay, yeah, I would say it's a pretty good location. But I live in a literal closet. I mean, it is the tiniest room. It's terrible.
Is it actually? Are you?
It's not a closet.
Are you Harry Pottering?
Yeah, I'm not under a staircase, unfortunately. That'd be cooler. But it's so small. I have a twin bed.
Okay.
I'm blocking the closet with a desk. I can't even enter my own closet. Like it doesn't even work as a room.
Okay. Well, the desk fits. Does the desk have a chair?
It does have a chair.
Okay.
I can take 2 steps into my room, sit down at my desk, or lay in my bed, and 2 steps out of my room.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
And good movie theater by you.
Right. I know a lot of people with 1 step,
There's some people that you just look into their room and they're like, that's all I got.
Right. Yeah, I've always wondered if there's like a bedroom where it's literally just a bed.
I'm fascinated by like the micro apartments on YouTube.
I've
or
never
like
seen
TikTok.
One of these before.
Ooh,
I'm familiar with tiny houses. I've never heard of a micro apartment.
It's the Manhattan version of a tiny house.
The city version of a tiny house.
Right. Exactly what you think it is, except smaller.
Right. I don't know why people love tiny stuff. Like I'm living in a tiny room. Maybe if I like reconceptualize it in my mind, I'm like, it's not a closet. It's a tiny apartment. It's quaint,
It's maybe if you loft the bed.
Right. I was thinking about getting, what is it called? A Murphy bed.
Fling in.
It goes into the wall. Yeah.
Are they still? Can you make those, or are they just come with the room?
I think you can install one, but you probably have to drill holes or whatever.
I would imagine you'd have to cut a piece of the wall out.
Yeah, it'd probably be a thing. I don't think the apartment complex would want me doing all that.
No. Do you have, what's the roommate situation?
I have a roommate. I live with Dan Carney, another comedian.
Dan Carney, okay.
Great guy. We've had a great time. Didn't really know him before living together, which can be risky, but I've always heard great things, and it's been fantastic. So,
did you knew he was a comic?
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't just like, what a small world.
Oh wow, yeah, random. We actually just got priced out of the my tiny room.
Yeah.
Everywhere is doing it. Are you getting priced out of here?
Another year, baby.
Oh my God.
Pandem.
Did you sign 2 years at the same time? Wow, that's brilliant.
I don't like to brag about how business savvy I am, but I said, could I do this for 2? And they were like, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
The world's ending. Yeah,
wow.
You idiot.
Good for you though, because that required like confidence in the future that they didn't even have.
Well, I asked for an 18-month out. I was like, in case it goes lower, can I do 18? And they were like, no. Egg on their face.
Oh, so they were like, no, 24 months or nothing.
They said 24 months or you don't even get the apartment.
Really?
No. They said, yeah, I could also do 12.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, no halfway though. That's that's the dream. So you got another year.
Another trip around the sun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't know if people who don't live in New York listen to this, but I'm sure if there are, literally all of New York is getting priced out of their apartment at the same time except you.
Every single person except for me.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind. Do you not, it surprises me, do you not know that you could do 2 years? Is this a secret? Because everyone's in your boat.
I think a lot of people, like the landlord, are like indecisive. I think everyone's like, I don't know where I'm going to be in 2 years. I don't want to. I'm kind of, I don't want to commit to that.
No.
But I probably should have because they jacked the rent way up.
You have a true landlord or like real estate company.
It's like a real estate company that we
Yeah.
dealt with. Yeah.
That's not fun.
Yeah. And they just sent us like, if you want to renew, then it's, $1,200 more dollars. Like, what?
It's actually $1 billion
Yeah.
this next year.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to renew, it'll be $1 billion in your left toe, whichever one you want to do.
Like, why'd you want the toe?
I don't
What are
know.
you doing with the toe?
I don't understand what they're doing with it. They just asked me for it,
Now, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this.
Yeah.
You are from Jacksonville, Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not proud of it. Jacksonville, Florida.
I don't think many are. What do the Jacksonvillian family think of the tiny apartment? Are they understanding?
I think everyone's just like, how are you doing? How are you living like that? And my response is like, it's not really a life. I'm just doing that. I'm not living like that. Especially during the winter. They've actually, a lot of my family has left Jacksonville, including myself. And my mom has like a house on a hill in Tennessee. And my sister also lives in Tennessee and is this big space. So whenever I go visit them for like holidays or whatever, it's just perfect. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, and maybe because I'm just a native New Yorker, let me ask you this question. They have all that space.
Right.
How many Thai restaurants are on their block?
0 on their block.
I mean, I think you win.
I mean, just that my mom lives out like on the country, so it's like to get to a gas station, it's like a bit of a drive.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, she really went rural. Yeah.
How many, this is a good estimate, how many stoplights are in the town?
Well, you can go to like the neighboring like kind of small city, but in her area there's like, it's like one every like few miles.
One traffic light every few miles. We're not even going by town now. We're going by miles.
The closest city is probably 20 minutes from her.
What's the closest city?
I don't even remember the name of it. It's like one of these small towns that has like a little town hall. And
That's not good.
That's in some restaurants around it. Oh, I love it though, because it's the perfect counterpoint to what we're doing right now.
So it's a break.
Oh, yeah. It averages out my life so that if I go there for holidays, I feel like a bit of a normal person.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, I was going to say, why did you leave Jacksonville? But I feel for obvious reasons. Why originally in Jacksonville? What's going on in Jacksonville?
I mean, it's where my mom's family grew up, my dad's family grew up. I don't know like originally what like the lineage, but yeah, my family, my dad's side of the family, all of them live in Jacksonville. It's just kind of where they settled down.
Like what is the main export of Jacksonville?
I don't think that's one thing about Jacksonville that I've always disliked is like there's no like defining quality about it. It doesn't have anything impressive really. The beach is fine. The Jaguars suck.
They're not great.
They're terrible. I don't know if they have like an arena football team or something. The city is terrible because it's one of these cities where no one walks around. It's like Jacksonville's very dangerous. Like the inner city area, you don't walk around Jacksonville. Everyone drives.
Well, I assume they drive just through it.
Right.
They're like, well, we got to get to Georgia.
Everyone runs the red lights too. They don't even stop. They just keep going.
I had no idea Jacksonville was dangerous.
Growing up, it was called the murder capital of the world. There was like
the world.
It was like the #1 city for murders or something like that.
More than fucking Beirut.
I don't remember the numbers, but I remember it being like
a lot of people dying.
It's like a huge city and a lot of murders. We would never go to downtown. People are like, "Oh, you grew up in Jacksonville." It's like, yeah, like a suburb outside of Jacksonville. There's like all these pockets with Walmarts and Longhorn Steakhouses outside of Jacksonville. We lived in one of those pockets.
Longhorn Steakhouse, not a bad business.
Oh, it's fantastic. I would own a franchise. I don't know if they're franchising. I would own one.
I would inquire.
Get a pandemic deal on a Longhorn Steakhouse.
On a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Can I get this for 2 years? Can I re-up?
What, were you because to me and to everyone else outside of Florida,
Sure.
it's all trash.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like anywhere else where there's parts of it that are trash.
I guess what parts are nice outside of Miami, outside of South Beach?
Well, it's even more localized than that. Like if you broke down Jacksonville, it's like I love like the area that I grew up in, but there's all these little towns. There's like there's a town Middleburg that was like very like redneck and like
Middleburg.
Yeah, because like the way it was laid out, like if our high school played like a different high school team, it's like a different, like just a different type of person all like entirely. It's like we're kind of a suburban sort of middle class high school, and then it's like we play Middleburg in football, and it's like it's from us to them, it's like another species of person because they're just different. They're like very kind of country and southern.
But what's the actual distance? Completely different people. How far away?
Like a half-hour drive.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, you could go a half hour in like any direction, and it would just be. That's the weird thing about because Florida's like a melting pot. So it's like it's a melt. I mean, like Miami to Jacksonville, those are totally different types of people that live in each of those, like kind of demographic wise.
Like what type of person lives in Jacksonville? You're the first person I ever met from Jacksonville.
Really?
Ever.
Yeah, because the other ones died. I'm like a survivor. It's a variety, you know. It's like I said, it depends what little bubble you go in outside of Jacksonville. But yeah, you can get all these different demographics.
What was your town name?
Fleming Island.
Fleming Island?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the first
Fleming?
Fleming Island, and it was technically an island. We would all like talk
There's a
about
bridge.
That. There was like 2 bridges or 3 bridges. We were surrounded by bridges, but yeah. So I'm an island boy, technically.
You're an island boy.
Yeah.
Right? Whenever I think Ted Barton, I think tropical.
Yeah, I'm very pale, but tropical. It's actually funny. I don't think I've ever been asked this thoroughly about Jacksonville before.
It was definitely the topic I really wanted to dig into.
Really?
Because I truly, and I'm not exaggerating, I know 0 people from there, from the general area.
Yeah, yeah.
I just know the football team.
Right, yeah. A lot of people are eager to leave. It's actually kind of on the come. I'm talking really negatively about Jacksonville, but it's kind of on the up and up. Like they're getting some nice restaurants. There's like areas that are developing. I feel like that's the start of like healing for any city is just like some really good like independently run restaurants.
That's 1,000% how you know you come from a really nothing area. When the first thing you say is, let me tell you something. The restaurant's coming in.
We got a noodle place, so I think there's hope.
They put bread on the table. It's nice.
Yeah, that's all it takes. I'm happy that I left, though.
I would imagine.
Oh, I couldn't wait to get out of Jacksonville. Yeah, it's terrible.
Were you like New York or anywhere?
Well, New York was just to do comedy because I started doing comedy in Orlando where I was going to college, which is like 2.5 hours.
UCF?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like 2.5 hours from Jacksonville. And then when I graduated, I went back to Jacksonville for the summer to work. And I was like, I can't be here. So I was like, I want to do comedy. I just moved. I didn't know anyone in New York. I was like, I would rather be anywhere but here. So I just moved.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. I got out of Dodge.
The one thing I do, and correct me if I'm wrong, if
Sure.
if this didn't happen in Jacksonville, the original FBI office for the McDonald's conspiracy.
Wait, what? Okay, well, you correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know anything you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a whole HBO documentary on
Fill
this.
me in. Okay, what happened?
What had happened was are you familiar with McDonald's monopoly? How trash were you growing up? How intimately do you know McDonald's monopoly?
Not that well.
Oh,
I know
okay.
that they were in the real estate business. That was like that's a lot of how they make their money is real estate.
Okay, see, I could tell you grew up very well because that has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Oh wow.
Monopoly, you get a soda, you get a Big Mac. They had a little like sticker on top.
Oh! You play the game.
You play the game.
I remember this, and you would have to match up the colors. Okay.
You match up the colors. Some guy just made his own pieces, and he would call McDonald's and be like, "I got I won the car. And McDonald's was like, I guess you did, because you got a ticket like that.
Wow. And so he just got a bunch of free food.
Cars, money.
Oh, because it was like a sweepstakes type thing.
It's a sweepstakes type thing, Ted. Exactly. That's exactly what's going on here.
I love your tone with this whole thing.
This is very serious. Listen, we got the FBI involved in the McDonald's conspiracy.
Wow. So they had to find this guy.
So they had to find the guy. And
Wow.
who did it? No other. Jacksonville, Florida. The finest.
Wow. FBI's finest
In Jacksonville.
out of Jacksonville. Did the guy live in Jacksonville?
I don't think he lived in Jacksonville,
But
but I
that's
thought
where
the tip, because he would try to throw people off the scent, so he gave fake tickets to like people, unseeming people. Unseeming?
Unsuspecting, maybe?
Unsuspecting? That's a better word to use. Unsuspecting people.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, oh, I won a $10,000. No, you idiot. You got.
So he was like using people to like launder money, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like
I also watched this like 2-3 years ago, so
So he's like
these
trying-
are very loose.
Sure.
Facts.
Sure. That's really interesting, though. I love that. But he got caught, right?
Yeah, he got caught.
And he had obviously all of his stuff probably got impounded.
Impounded, or I don't think the FBI just is like, it's ours now.
Yeah.
We're spinning this dirt bike around.
Call me crazy. I don't think it's that. Like, I think if like a team of FBI people like really do a lot of work and they find this guy out, I don't think it's that crazy if they get to like split his car.
They should be able to. Yeah,
it's
like
like a
use it as a
bonus.
timeshare.
Yeah, I think it could be like that branch's company property. So maybe like one guy doesn't benefit, but it's like, if you know, come on.
I like your idea. Everyone enters a pool and they're like, all right, we're going to pick names out of a hat for who gets January with the Mercedes.
They do the Monopoly. They do the same thing as McDonald's. It's
So like the game, it's actually fun.
It's color coded, yeah. Or like employee of the month gets to drive the car or stay in the beach house that he fraudulently won. Yeah, maybe something like that. It doesn't have to be corrupt. It could be like a bonus system.
Right, this is just a fun game on top.
Right.
This is just a bonus.
Right.
This is why there were so many murders in Jacksonville growing up.
Because
They're like, we have no time for the murders. There's a guy faking stickers.
our best and brightest were all trying to figure out this Monopoly thing.
Yeah.
This McDonald's Monopoly thing.
They come out of it 5 years later. They're like, how many murders?
Oh my God. Hey, well, at least we got the car back and his beach house, At least he's been brought to justice.
Right, we did something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really funny.
You weren't a fast food kid.
We would get fast food occasionally. I had this really bad habit of my dad would we'd get like, when I stayed with him on the weekends or whatever, we'd go to like Burger King for breakfast. Or
What?
yeah, and I would always do. I guess he just never said no because there's 4 of us. But I was like, I want to get like the sundae. I would order.
Hold on.
They had like a Hershey's sundae.
Oh, Ted, I'm familiar with the Hershey sundae at Burger King. The Reese's peanut butter cup sundae. I'm familiar with the sundae variety
I would eat
of Burger King.
So if you did the math, I stayed with him two nights every other weekend. So I would probably eat a Hershey sundae for breakfast 4 times a month, something like that.
That's the definition of negligence.
Yeah. Looking back, I'm like, man, I was kind of a chunky kid, and I was always like, why can I never, And then it's like so easy to just be like, yeah, I was just eating dessert for breakfast.
That should have been brought up in court.
Right, yeah.
Like a Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation.
Right. Well, and even like Burger King's actual breakfast, because that's obviously a dessert item, their actual breakfast items aren't much better. Like they had,
Oh, no.
do you remember like their cinnamon buns?
Yeah.
They called them Cinny Minis. Do you remember this?
Now, I will say, I am garbage. I'm not Burger King breakfast garbage. That's
Wow.
another level of garbage.
Well, that's me, I guess. I didn't realize.
I thought you were all class. You grew up on Fleming Island. I thought we had a real Gatsby on our hands.
Well, we left Fleming Island for me to visit my dad in Jacksonville, and I guess it brought it out of me.
He lived in Jacksonville proper.
He lived kind of other side of town, closer to the city, though. Yeah.
What was the neighborhood called?
He lived. It wasn't even really a neighborhood. It was just like a stop off the highway. Yeah, it's like the best.
That's not good.
It was kind of a nice. It was a fine area. Yeah, but something about Burger King. Yeah, I would eat Cinny Minis, and it's literally just cinnamon buns with icing on it.
Yeah.
But it's like small, so I guess they feel like it's like not.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's mini. It's Cinny Minis. It's like, no, this is just cinnamon buns that you've quartered off.
Yeah, you're not doing anything revolutionary. You haven't redefined.
I'm drinking orange juice with it. That's the only distinction, which obviously does not go well with Cinny Minis.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
because again, my Burger King breakfast knowledge not intact. There was a French toast stick situation.
I think so too.
Yes.
Wow. I've never dedicated any attention to this, but I think that's negligence as a company.
No, I think they're paying attention to the details.
Yeah, it's a little too much attention.
How do we get asses in the door?
Right.
They said, French toast? Make it into French fries.
Right. And a breakfast item.
And a breakfast item.
Yeah, because like the logic of like breakfast being the most important meal of the day doesn't apply if you're eating dessert. You know what I mean? It's like if you wake up early and you eat a bunch of cinnamon buns and French toast sticks, I don't think that's like healthy living,
It's definitely not healthy living. But then again, this is coming from a guy that ate 3 to 4 waffles every morning.
Right.
I was a big fan of breakfast.
You had kind of a chunky childhood. I think you've talked about it before.
Well, a little
right?
bit. A little bit. That's why I get so passionate about my fast food.
In a negative or positive
Entrees.
way.
Well, it depends what we're talking about, Ted.
What's your favorite?
Now, were you before I answer that,
Okay.
let me ask you. Were you Burger King breakfast only?
I think that was the most frequent one. I did
Scary.
I did I guess high school I had this bad habit where I would go to Sonic.
Oh,
I was a piece of garbage in high school cuz I finally got a car and finally like a kid deserves a car.
Well, in Florida, I don't know. You could be 9 and driving around for all I know.
Yeah. I got a car and I would go to Sonic. This is my routine.
You had a Sonic routine?
Yeah.
That's garbage.
I would yeah. Anytime fast food is habituated, there's a problem there.
100%.
It's like, it's like encoded in my brain now, which is a problem. But I would go get Sonic. I would get this thing called an ocean water.
Yes, the blue with the light blue.
It's like a kind of a coconut blue flavor thing, and like I would get an extra large.
Ooh.
I would like spike my blood sugar. I forgot. I don't even know if I got food. I think I got something. And then I would pull off in the parking lot, and I had a pillow and a blanket that I kept in my trunk.
Wait, whoa.
I would drink and eat whatever I got, and then I would pull it out of my trunk, and I would skip first period because I just go back to bed in my car.
Wait, this is in the morning again?
Yeah.
Ted, what is your sugar intake in the mornings?
I don't know. I think it's really messed my life up. I think I'd be a lot further along.
You'd have a way bigger room.
I'd be able to walk into my closet.
Yeah, that's what the problem is. It's not the desk.
Yeah. I've kind of fixed my sugar intake as of late, but yeah. For probably 16 years there, I think I was just dosing myself.
Why not just sleep in at home?
Well, because my mom would have known, or whoever, I don't remember when my siblings would leave or whatever in the morning, but yeah, I couldn't be home because somebody would know, and then I would get in trouble for skipping.
I didn't even know Sonic opened that early. First period?
Yeah.
But when's a Florida first period? That could be 2 p.m. for all I know.
No, it's not that different. You're like Florida's like China. Like it's like a whole different.
Florida. Well, I've been. My grandparents lived in Lake Worth. Oh, that's trash.
Lake Worth, Florida.
They lived in a trailer park in Lake Worth, Florida.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I know a thing or two.
Yeah. See, I never got that sort of Florida experience.
That was my first Sonic in Lake Worth, and the excitement I had.
Oh really?
To go. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
In New York, it wasn't a thing for a very long time.
Really? Yeah, there's not any Sonics here, are there?
Long Islanders too.
I love that you know the amount.
I could tell you exactly where to go.
Yeah, you're like a Sonic finder. I could just like tell
I'm better
you.
than the app.
I could
tell you upcoming ones too.
I could tell you like a zip code. You're like 7.2 miles that way.
That's how I knew exactly halfway between my house on Long Island and my college upstate. There was a Sonic in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
That's funny. It's like a landmark for you.
Yep, we would drive by and I said, we're halfway.
Yeah, like, where are we going? Yeah, we're going 15 miles north of the Jacksonville Sonic.
That was my North Star.
Yeah. It's like, remember that game, the Pokemon Go game?
Very similar.
It's like a Pokestop to you.
Yeah. Yeah, if Pokemon Go could give you diabetes, that's what my life was.
The perfect overlap. But yeah, I would skip first period. I would just fall asleep in my car. It was a terrible habit. Yeah.
I mean, there's homeless people doing exactly what you said.
Right.
Get an ocean water in the morning, driving into the corner and just sleeping.
That does sound. I feel like if there was a drink,
An ocean water.
Yeah. I don't even know. It doesn't even sound delicious.
No. Have you had ocean water? It's very bad.
Yeah, and it's always violent. Anyone who's drank ocean water is like water boiled by Mother Nature. Yeah. Yeah. But that was my like morning routine for a little bit of like skipping when I was like rebellious as a senior in high school. Yeah.
Okay, senior year?
Yeah. Sometimes this is funny. I would like walk in. I would be like 15 minutes late to class. It was I was taking like dual enrollment.
What's that?
Algebra. It's like college credit.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. But I would be like 15 minutes to class, and I knew that they sang the Pledge of Allegiance 15 minutes after the beginning of class. So to like not get caught, I would like wait, and I would like show up when they were starting the Pledge of Allegiance, and I would just like sneak into everyone saying it. And then I would just sit down with everyone, and I never got caught.
Never got caught.
Yeah.
See, to me, I would think in Florida, you say the Pledge of Allegiance before every class. So you say it 9 times a day.
Why?
Even lunch. You walk into lunch, you get your sandwich, and you say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah. I love the idea. Yeah, but it's Pledge of Allegiance to Florida.
Yeah, strictly to Florida.
They have their own allegiance.
It's a Dale Earnhardt flag, and you say the Pledge of Allegiance to it, and then you sit down.
Yeah. I'm curious, what's your perception of Florida?
Not good.
Yeah.
Like most people.
But is that kind of painted because you went to the trailer park?
I'll be honest, the trailer park didn't help.
Right.
But also, I know the criteria of people that are from, and I will say this in Florida's defense, have moved to Florida. I don't know many people that moved to Florida, and I was like, you know what? Everything was going well. Why'd you do that?
Right. Were they retiring or?
No. Like our age.
What was their, if there was a generality, what was their like intention of moving there to settle
Weather.
down a little bit? Weather.
It's never, when you're the entire reason you move is you're like, weather's not bad. That's not good.
But for animals, that's actually all they move for, you know?
Oh my God.
You know?
That's exactly
Someone's
right.
like, if you asked a bird, it's like, why are you down there for last month? It's like, oh, just because the weather.
But in defense of the animals, they do it twice a year.
Right.
Eventually they go, yo,
Right.
this, a little too much. I'm going back.
Right. I guess any person who moves for weather, it's almost like they're operating off pure instinct, you know? It's like, oh, you're just like that part of you that's like an animal still, like the primal part of your brain, that's just making your decisions, you know?
It's funny because it is animalistic of them, and they also usually have tribal tattoos. They're very into their instincts.
I think Florida is running on pure instinct.
Florida is running on pure instinct.
Florida is instinct.
I believe the official slogan of Florida is "Go."
Yeah, go for it. Take it. Whatever you want. If you see a burrito, just grab it out of someone's hand and just eat it. Yeah, just go.
What you want right now. And then Disney is that to the extreme, but for a big price.
I think Disney is so popular because it's like Florida needs some degree of escapism. So like I think if Disney was in a different place that maybe didn't suck so much. I'm not on Team Florida. I grew up there, but I don't really.
Oh, no, that's been clear.
I don't really like it that much. It's almost like Disney's great as like a counterpoint to the environment around it. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
It's like the juxtaposition. It's like Disney's like a hot girl that hangs out with a bunch of unattractive girls, and you're like, wow, that's really fun. But it's only because it's always like compared to the rest
of Florida or Orlando?
I don't want to shit on Orlando too much. It's my alma mater. But it wasn't. Orlando's fine. But yeah, the rest of Florida. I was so happy to leave. Let me just say it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one thing that's like the appeal, like beaches. I'm not like a beach person. I hate every aspect of a beach. I don't like getting sunburned because I'm pale.
Agreed.
I don't like sand on my skin.
I hate sand on my skin.
It always follows you home. It's like
Always.
creepy. It's like
it's
a creepy
still in
guy.
my fucking not backpack, whatever that is, luggage.
You have Florida sand with us right now.
I have Florida sand. I can't get it out.
I wish you had a jar of it as a talking
Oh,
point.
is there anything more garbage than people that go to the beach, collect sand, and they're like, I'm bringing this home?
Yeah, that's wrong on so many levels.
That's so...
It's not your sand.
Just like go to Home Depot and buy some sand.
Right. Yeah, it's sad. I don't like sharks. And
That's not that hot of a take. You said that was like a real controversial thing.
I don't like them to the point where like I won't even swim in the ocean because I'm like,
wow.
yeah,
You won't go into the ocean at all.
I will a little bit, but I'm always thinking because if the water is murky, then that's just like unknown to me.
Okay.
Because you can't see what's under there. So as I'm trying to have fun and swim, I'm like, well, there could be a huge thing right here that I can't see that wants to eat me. That's like what my panic brain does.
Does Jacksonville have murky water?
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
it's like how? Yeah, well, it's not like Jamaica. I feel like Jacksonville would be way more popular if it was like clear.
Well, I assume there has to be something wrong with Jacksonville. It's the only city no one moves to.
Yeah, the people that there. Have you heard like Duval? Like that's
Lil Duval.
Well, yeah, that's the rapper out of there. But Duval is like a county. I like lived in Duval for a little bit.
Oh, that's why he's Lil Duval.
Yeah, and they would have Duval has their own like call. They go Duval.
Don't call?
Yeah, it's like a species with their own noise. It's like
Okay.
Duval.
When do you say that? Like, how do you say that in conversation?
It's more of like if someone was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Jacksonville," they'd be like Duval. Like people like it's like shouting it out. You know?
Right.
It's like Chi-Town. It's kind of like what they do.
Gotcha. Just real class act people. I believe the Kennedys came up with Duval.
Yeah, class act. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know it's class act if these people have their own like call.
Their own call. Yeah, it's not good.
It might as well be a bird going ah.
And by the way, the whole county, not the city, the county.
I've never heard county pride before.
Oh, really?
I've never. What was your county growing up? Like your school county?
My county was Nassau County.
Yeah, I've never heard like Nassau. You know, like it sounds ridiculous.
That I agree with you, but that's what I found from people from the South, and this includes Tennessee here, Ted.
Okay.
They go like if I ask you where you're from, you say the county. I'm not Jacksonville specifically, but like in the South, that's a big thing.
The county you're from.
The county you're from.
Really? Yeah, I mean,
Tennessee, it's on the license plate.
really. Like I don't know my mom's county. I don't even know if she's proud of it. You know.
We'll check her license plate, find out.
Yeah. Yeah, but even then, I don't think anyone in Tennessee that I've heard has their own like thing about their county. You know, it's kind of county pride is bizarre to me.
There's county pride. Towns don't have cops. They have the county sheriff.
I love the name sheriff. I
I
always
love a
think of like a
sheriff.
guy with a big hat and a shotgun,
That's exclusively what I think.
spurs on his. It's like a cowboy stuck out of time as a sheriff.
Yeah. It's like the Mountie of America.
Right. Yeah, you're like a time traveling cowboy is what a sheriff
Yeah.
is. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like terribly afraid of sharks, and my mom has like reinforced that fear because you know how like your mom, like my mom got like an iPhone, and she's like, I want to get some fun apps. She downloaded this shark tracker app.
I'm sorry.
You literally like you plug in, you can like download the app, and you can see where sharks that have trackers on them were last located. So she downloads it, and I could look at a map and be like, oh, there's a 12-foot great white, 50 miles off the coast of Jacksonville Beach 3 months ago. So it's like,
there is no way that's accurate.
well, it's accurate, I guess, whenever the shark checked in.
Yeah, the shark's got to drop a pin for the app to work.
Yeah, like every time they burp or something, it like registers their longitude and latitude.
I have never heard of this app before in my life.
There's
no way.
It's terrifying. You'd think it'd be interesting, and that's until you go to a beach.
It's like a digital shark Ouija board.
I don't think it's like a mystical thing.
Yeah, it's just like, let me look, close my eyes. There's one there.
They put, I think it's like certain sharks, if they put a chip in them for research or something, or they like mark them. Like some people do that in like the safari or like Africa or whatever.
There's someone that has purchased the rights to the shark chip data to aggregate it into an app.
That's actually really funny. This guy's profiting off just the shark's location.
That's it.
Yeah, my mom paid probably like $2.50 for the $2.50.
What?
$2.50 for the app. But yeah, that is funny. Some guy is just getting residuals on it's like the shark moves a mile and he's like, oh, I just made $1,
Honey?
Yeah, we're raking in the dough and they have like little names and stuff. It'll be like Daisy is off the coast of.
This is this is just Waze. This is shark Waze.
Right. Yeah, the shark doesn't get to benefit from its own tracker.
No.
It's not like a GPS for the shark where it's like, I got to go down south. Like, I need directions.
It could be used as like a shark Tinder.
Oh.
Shark Grindr.
That's interesting. But the sharks were so spread out that, like, it'd be like Euro trip for a shark.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, this girl's gorgeous. I got to go to Africa. I gotta migrate to Africa.
Mom, I'm migrating.
Yeah. All right, I'm hitting the road. This girl looks cute. She was there 3 months ago. Let me go to try to find her in the Indian Ocean. Okay.
The sharks know all the ocean names.
Yeah, right.
So your whole family hates the beach, yet you lived in Jacksonville.
No, my family loves the beach. I'm the only one who really was not a fan. I'm more of like a lake person. My sister loves the beach. She would collect like shells and go tanning, and I could get really into a sandcastle.
Oh.
But even then, it's like you got to wear the sand. You got to be. I don't like sunscreen. I don't like anything like on my skin.
Yes.
Like oily,
Okay.
That was weird. You were like with me, and then you pulled back.
Yeah, because then you took it the next step. You're like, I just don't like anything oily on me.
Yeah. I don't like anything on my skin.
What about hydration cream?
Oh, I never.
Really?
Do you? Is this like you feel like a ritual?
I don't have a ritual, but when my skin gets a little dry, I'll throw a little lotion.
So it's as needed.
It's as needed.
On your face. Right
here.
Just this one spot.
It's around the nose, right here, babe.
Right, it's a little on the nose.
Hey.
Yeah. So I was excited when my family moved to Tennessee because that's more of like a lake state.
Is Tennessee a lake? What?
They have lakes there. You can swim in the water.
Does Florida not have lakes? Florida has lakes.
Yeah, but there's big alligators in them. That's a real thing.
Yeah, that is a real thing. I did not think of that.
Any body of water, like, you got to be a little afraid. Like, I grew up with a pond out behind my house. It's like a large pond. It's probably like a small lake to somebody. Alligators all in there.
Yeah.
Right outside my house. It was like a thing where it's like, watch the dog. Don't let her get too close to the water because there are alligators in there.
Small dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a little Yorkie. Oh, it would.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Do what?
Why do people in Florida, knowing that there's alligators, still get the Yorkie?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we don't base our decisions off of alligators.
Oh, see, if I had alligators that present, every decision I made would be based on
Well, the first
them.
one would have been don't live there.
Well, that's why. That's why I did not grow up there.
I do wonder if we got like a discount on our house, like a COVID deal, but it's like an alligator.
An alligator
It's
deal?
like an alligator deal. Because it's true. I mean, we had a really an apex predator in a way living behind us.
You had a dinosaur in your backyard.
Yeah, like I could have taken 20 steps out of my back door and walked into an alligator.
Yeah, see? I don't care what your tax laws are. I'm just not doing that.
Right.
So you could keep your no state income tax. I'll take my no alligators.
Yeah. Yeah. We just lived around it, you know. I remember as a kid, my mom was like, if they ever chase you.
Oh, the
She would-
zigzag.
Yeah, running Z's.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like what I would always remember. And yeah, we just avoided them. We would even fish in that pond.
You fished an alligator pond.
Yeah. We kind of just got kind of used to it.
What kind of fish are in the alligator pond?
Well, one of our neighbors would he like populated it.
Oh,
And
he
he put like
stocked it up.
bass in there
Yeah. Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
fun.
Yeah, it was really
fun.
fun. I remember one time I was fishing in the backyard and I caught a fish and I was reeling it in, and like a hawk came down and took the fish
Yes.
with my hook in it and started flying away, and my line just started like unraveling. And so I had to cut the line.
I thought you were gonna be like, so I ate a hawk.
yeah. So I reeled him in.
Yeah, so I got him.
That'd be a heck.
I got a fish and a hawk. Which
Yeah.
first person in Florida.
Yeah, I was kind of small, so I didn't trust myself to not get overpowered.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like
I
that
think
thing
that's
would have dragged me through the water.
you would have been flying.
He would have eaten me. He would have,
Yeah.
Or he would have raised me. I don't know what.
Now that would have been. That's a good sketch.
I would be very different now.
Yeah. I wouldn't be in New York. I'd be living in a nest.
Well, yeah, I'd be migrating more. Yeah.
Way more
The weather would be
migration.
migrating to Florida. Yeah.
What was the snake situation while we're on the dangerous animal topic?
There were like parts you would avoid. There were like big like sort of meadows. I lived in kind of like a naturey neighborhood.
Okay.
There's like a back park area, and there would be like these trails you could go on.
Okay.
A lot of big trees, so it's just like avoid where the snakes are. But yeah, I mean there would be some water moccasins that would come up on our property every once in a
Yeah.
while. You know, I remember our neighbor. It was like this cool thing. Probably not cool to some animal rights people, but he shot one with a shotgun.
Oh, I assume that happens every day in Florida.
Oh, it's probably happening right now. It's probably like babies being born. It's like every 5 seconds, some snake gets shot. Yeah, he lured it into a trash can and then shot it with a shotgun. Honestly, you feel bad for the trash can.
Yeah, tough day for a trash can.
Why would you? I guess I didn't think through that because I was a kid, but like ricochet. Do you think ricochets would be a problem?
Oh, it was a metal
I think
garbage
it's
can?
probably plastic.
Oh, I don't know.
Probably
I didn't even think of that as a 28-year-old man.
Yeah, good.
That's a very good point.
Glad I reminded you. Yeah, one day we might be in that situation.
Well, hopefully not, because I
Yeah.
will not be in Florida.
Ever?
Ever. I don't care. I was just in Hollywood, Florida. I try not to brag, but
Yeah, that's upper class. Yeah.
I went to one of my coworkers. When you check in, you've checked into flights before, or the TSA.
Sure.
And they ask, where are you going? And you say where you're going, and you continue on your day. My coworker, when he was asked, he said, oh, I'm going to Miami. And they said, no, you're not.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, you're going to Hollywood, Florida.
Oh, because he was trying to lie.
He was like, oh, no, like, that's all the same, right? Miami, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale. And the guy was like, no, I want to make this abundantly clear.
Right.
You are not Miami material.
Oh, wow.
You are Hollywood.
Yeah, you belong in the second-rate version of a better city.
Yeah, you're the third best city in an area of 3 cities.
Right. I don't think I've ever been to Hollywood, Florida. You went though. How was it?
Don't rush.
Don't head down there.
Yeah, don't.
Anytime soon.
There's a reason why the Hard Rock is the biggest thing there.
Oh yeah, it's just one. It's like a Hard Rock casino.
Like the Hard Rock Casino.
You know, a place sucks when the casino is the main attraction.
Yeah, yes. Vegas.
Atlantic City.
Oh, Atlantic City.
Worst place I've ever traveled to.
Yeah, I saw you've been doing Atlantic City Comedy Club.
I have not done it yet. I'm doing
you
it
did.
late this month.
Oh, you're not gonna have fun because the crowds are tough.
I imagine. Yeah, who goes there? I mean, I went there one time to see Brian Regan at the Borgata in Atlantic City. And the casino is cool. If the casino was the entire city, then it would be a pretty fun place.
Yes.
I'd be like, wow, it's not very big, but it's like, it's cool.
Yeah.
You leave the casino and it's like, it's desolate. Yeah, it's like the casino has eaten the city.
Well, do you know what the plans were? Do you know like the history of Atlantic City?
No.
The whole purpose was they were going to set up these casinos, and then all the profits were going to go back into the community.
Oh.
But instead of that, the mafia took over.
Wow.
So they just took all the profits, and that's why the whole like Atlantic City area is such shit, because they never received any money
right
from the original plan.
That's the thing with any plan that's like positive.
It's always negative. It always ends negative.
You always get someone with power that comes in and ruins it, you know?
I agree. We should start more negative ideas so they turn positive.
And then the mafia's like, let's go in there and help them out a bit, you know? Like, I think they need us.
Hey, gang! Why don't we go into Atlantic City and build some houses?
Yeah. But the initial plan, it's like trying to have a utopia. You're just going to have some jerk who comes in here and ruins it all.
Yeah.
You know? Wow. So that's funny. Atlantic City had good intentions.
I had great intentions.
The best of intentions.
And it really just didn't work out.
Yeah. It's eerie there. I will say.
Eerie's a good word.
It's like, it's kind of like there's like, it feels like there was like some big thing that happened that no one wants to talk about. But I think the thing that happened was just the economy slowly degrading.
That's exactly what it was.
It feels like there should have been an incident. Like it was the city where a big war was just fought. But that was just like slow erosion, like the Grand Canyon.
Right. If I showed you pictures of Atlantic City now, you'd think it was Kiev.
It was what?
Kiev.
What's that?
Oh, Ted. In Ukraine.
Oh, okay. I don't follow the news at all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is there something happening in Ukraine?
I don't even think you need to follow the news to know that.
I don't know that specific. It's a city. I assume.
It's the biggest city
in Ukraine.
It's a big deal.
Well, now I know about it. That's great.
Well, there you go. See, we're learning.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Atlantic City, I don't because like nature erodes places like the Grand Canyon. I said, I feel like Atlantic City is like human erosion. It's like economical erosion. It's like it wasn't organized correctly, and this is just how it wears in a human way.
And what I think is odd is that like Detroit had a heyday.
Really?
You know?
Was that like the car?
Right.
When they were like a huge car manufacturer.
Exactly. Now it's shit. But it was nice. Atlantic City was never really nice.
Yeah.
So the gradient, it's a much smaller shit to nice gradient.
Right. They
than
don't even
some
have the
cities.
glory days to lean back on.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Isn't that your biggest fear in life, is to like live an entire life? And you can't even be the old guy who reminisces about when you were you were handsome and all the girls loved you.
Right. That's what Detroit is.
Yeah.
It's an old man being like, I used to get all the ladies.
I was a captain of the high school football team. And then Atlantic City's like, yeah, no one ever talked to me.
It had like it was born with a stub. And it's like, I just never really had the options.
It never was even given the chance to be something.
Never. No. It was just put in the corner.
It started shitty and stayed shitty during the whole thing.
Yeah, the Atlantic City's mother was told it had developmental problems in the womb.
It was like Benjamin Button, where it started as an old man.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, this is dusty already. It's brand new. How's that possible?
What if we put a Margaritaville? Atlantic City has a Margaritaville and a Land Shark Bar and Grill.
Really?
That's not good.
Wow. Yeah, that's too.
Can't have that much Jimmy Buffett in one area.
Yeah.
You need to diversify your Buffett.
Oh, it's illegal. Yeah, I remember like I was visiting. I took a Greyhound bus to get there from from here. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, you take a crappy thing to get to a crappy thing. Yeah, Atlantic City is if a city could be a form of transportation. It's like the Greyhound bus of cities.
Yes.
Right, and it was funny because like I was like, let me walk around the city, and I immediately felt unsafe just walking down the sidewalk, and it was almost like the casino was like a form of shelter.
Yeah.
It was like a refuge. I was like, oh, finally I'm safe next to the
in
slot
the
machine.
casino.
Yeah.
In the smoking section.
Yeah, I just sat down at a slot machine. I'm like, oh, thank God no one can hurt me now. Yeah. It's like they build casinos so people never want to leave, but it's like if you build a casino in a horrible place, people will never want to leave. Even the place I was staying at this crappy hotel. I felt like the casino lobby was safer than the place I had a lock on my door.
Yeah.
That's like the vibe of Atlantic City.
Do you remember what hotel you stayed at?
Oh God, no, I don't. I think it was like a traumatic event as a child where I just repressed it.
Yeah, you just blocked it out.
Yeah. It's not there. It's not registered.
Yeah, you forgot about Burger King breakfast, and then it actually came back because you needed the room for the Atlantic City member.
Oh right. I just repressed all of that at the same time. It was such a bad hotel that I felt like I took like an Uber to get back to it from the casino.
Yes.
And I felt like I still needed someone to drive me home. Like it wasn't good enough. It's like, can you walk me to the door, Mr. Uber driver?
Can you park and just bring me to my
Can you back
my
this
room?
thing up to the room so that I could just open the door and climb into my bedroom? That was the vibe. It felt sketchy. Even when you locked the door, it felt sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was happy to leave.
I'm excited to hear your first impression of the audience of Atlantic City Comedy Club.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, I haven't heard much about the people that go to that specific show, but I will say the audience at the Borgata when I saw Brian Regan, which I will say is his audience, which I think is probably
A little different. A little different.
What a funny thing for him to bring all of these people to a place that's so different than their general vibe. He's like clean comedy, fun, goofy. And then he's like, hey, I'm going to go to this place. And then people follow him there. And they're like, oh, this is terrible. It's like the worst trick you can do is like be such a funny, awesome comedian and then go to a terrible town because people are going to go with you.
It's honestly a trick.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was played on me.
Yeah, you got screwed.
Let me go see Brian Regan. And then that portion when I saw him was amazing. But then everything else.
Great hour and a half.
Right.
Everything else terrible.
Right. Yeah. And the time in the casino was fine. They really do a good job of like pretending that it's a great thing on the inside. It's kind of like, have you ever seen The Shining with Jack Nicholson?
Yes.
It's kind of like when that scene where he's in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if anyone's seen the scene, but basically he's like pretending it's like ghosts.
Yeah.
And the thing's like lively and fun. And then you look at reality and it's all like dilapidated and spider webs, and like ghosts. That's what the casino and being in the Borgata of Atlantic City is like.
Yeah, you're just hammered.
It's a mirage.
It's 1,000% a mirage.
You're living in a mirage.
There actually is no casino in any of these hotels.
I don't even know if I was ever there.
No, you're just that drunk. And you just keep pulling down on something.
Right. Yeah, getting drunk is like the opposite of mirage, actually. You kind of like see a reality that you want to see. Does that make sense?
Isn't that what a mirage is?
Well, but you're instead of being deprived of liquid.
Yes. In terms of the liquid consumption for a mirage versus being drunk, I do agree.
It's the opposite in liquid, exact same in experience.
Overall, you're just hydrated more. You get more cramps one way.
I guess alcohol dehydrates you, so I guess it's similar.
Oh, okay. It is similar.
Which is weird that you could drink something and then it's like you need to drink because of that.
Yeah, and I still can't figure it out.
It's like a negative. It's like a paradox.
It is a paradox. Same thing with coffee. You're not a
Right.
big drinker.
How do you know that? I'm curious.
The many years I've spent hanging out with you.
Just my overall
And your
feeling.
lack of consumption of alcohol.
Yeah, you're like, we've hung out plenty of times and you've never drank. It's funny because people don't typically notice that. They don't observe that, I guess, that much.
Oh, I
But-
think it's definitely something I observe.
Pretty quickly.
Oh, if someone doesn't drink at all or if someone exclusively drinks.
Right. It's like one or the other. I don't like not drink, but it's much more occasional. Right. It's like if I had a good diet, that's why I would do it, because it's like when I do drink, it's amazing. You know?
Okay.
So it's like, but I feel like if I drink a lot, then I only get the negative of it. I get a bad hangover.
Okay.
And it's like a routine, you know? It's kind of like the eating a Hershey's sundae for breakfast every morning.
Right.
You
I
know?
would argue being an alcoholic healthier.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, that really wrecked my body. But yeah, I don't know. I think some people become more fun when they drink. I don't think I become more fun. I think if anything, it makes me more self-aware because I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing.
Okay.
You know?
I do. You get paranoid
Right.
with the drunk. So let me ask you this. You get high, what happens?
I actually, it's a very good experience.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't do that for the same reason as I don't really drink alcohol that often. So that if I do on occasion, then it's amazing. I don't really like alcohol, if I'm honest, but smoking weed is so fun. It's the best thing.
Okay. But you rarely do it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. For the same reason.
You're real. Okay. You're as straight edge as not straight edge could be.
I think with weed, it's like, I think it makes me super creative because it just takes all the inhibitors off, you know? But I've always been like, I don't want to give myself a shortcut to getting the qualities that
I understand that.
You know, like I remember in college, I was like, I don't want to drink because like I have social anxiety, so I don't want to drink to make that go away. So I was like, let me figure out how to be whatever I would be drunk. Let me figure out how to be that sober. That was like my goal.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm there, but
Still working on that part, but I understand.
that's a lifetime.
Yeah, it
of
is a
work
lifetime
that
thing.
takes. But yeah, same thing with smoking. I'm like, and also I don't know. It's addicting.
It's addicting.
People want
What's your indulge outside of stand up? What's your
vice kind of.
vice? That's the word I'm looking for.
I remember one time a guy in Jacksonville, this other comedian, he like cornered me outside after a set outside of a Jacksonville comedy club, and he's like, "What's your vice?"
First thing he asked you.
Well, I had known him,
Oh, okay.
but he kind of just was thinking about it. He's like, "You don't drink, you don't smoke." He's like, "What's your vice?" And I was like, "I don't really think I have like a vice. I don't really have one in particular." And he was like, "Tell me what your vice is." Like I was withholding information.
Right.
I mean, I can eat pretty unhealthy. So if I had a vice, that's probably it. Last night had a good set. I'm getting ice cream. That was like my reward.
Okay.
I got a pint of ice cream and I ate it.
Oh, you just got a pint?
I don't know.
What are
the
we talking, like a
size.
Ben and Jerry's?
It's like the size of like this cup.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Like a Ben and Jerry's situation? What did you get?
I forgot the brand, but yeah, it was like a salted caramel ice cream. I think that's my vice.
Even your vices are bland.
Bland, it's salted. What other ice cream is seasoned?
What other ice cream could give you high blood pressure, huh? Name one.
It can't be bland. It's the only ice cream that's seasoned with a condiment.
Okay, I can't argue with that. There is no pepper ice cream. I can't argue with this at all.
Yeah. What's your vice? I'm curious. Drink.
Ooh, food.
Food.
Oh,
Same.
yeah.
Same.
I could go, spiral out quick.
How does that work? Because you said you were kind of a chunky kid, so you obviously control it. Do I remember something with personal training with you?
I used to back in the day. I have a
really-
degree in
In
exercise science.
Exercise science. Right. Do you think that was like a counteraction to being a chunky kid?
Oh, direct.
You're like, I got to run in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Right. So what's your relationship with that now? Because you're like way more aware. You're obviously more in control of it. So now you're like, it's like a break the glass situation. It's like, I'll get it if I need it.
If you open my fridge, you'll notice there's no food.
Why is that?
Because if there's food in there, I will eat it. And I will eat the whole thing. There's no snacks. There's nothing here.
Wow. Do you cook?
No.
You eat out every meal?
Yeah, well, work pays for a lot of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's a
nice.
good situation.
Yeah,
you have like a per diem situation.
It's a nice benefit.
I remember I did like a summer auditing internship with a company, and we had like a per diem budget. Best thing ever.
It's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they have infinite money. I don't understand the private sector at all.
Oh, they have tons of money.
It makes no sense.
Oh,
Where is this coming from?
And you don't feel bad if you take a couple extra sugar pack. I don't know, whatever. If you take a pen home or something, you don't even feel bad. You're like, oh, they have so much money.
They flew me down to Florida. I'm having 5-star steaks.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I felt guilty now. Now I don't. It's been a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's weird to get a really expensive thing for free.
It's so weird. But I think that shows you that you're a decent person, where like you feel guilty eating the 5-star steak.
Right. I remember growing up, I would see on Nickelodeon, it was like these Campbell's Kids' Choice Awards. Have you ever seen that?
The Kids' Choice Awards, of
or
course.
Not Kids' Choice Awards. Campbell's Sweepstakes. Sorry.
The Campbell Sweepstakes.
Yeah, it was this whole thing. If you got, I guess it's like a similar thing to Monopoly with McDonald's.
Okay.
But it was like if you won, they would always show this same kid with like long blonde raggy hair, like probably 12.
Okay.
And he's in a mansion for some reason.
Now that you're talking about this, I do
You remember this commercial?
Wow. Yes. I blacked this out.
That was your repression.
That was my repression.
What's your history with Campbell's soup?
Yeah, we were a Progresso family.
Yeah. It was always this kid in a raggedy car. I think there was probably like a Bentley for 1 second or something. And he won some sweepstake. I guess he got to like stay in the mansion for a month or something. I don't know if they gave him a mansion.
That's irresponsible.
That's child abuse.
Yeah.
Probably. That's going to ruin that kid's life. Couldn't give him a haircut though. Well,
it wasn't part of the plan.
They never showed him a haircut. But yeah, I wonder, because it's kind of like that where it's like, I didn't work. I guess you are working for your steak, but it's like, it's not directly, you're not paying for it.
I know.
So is it hard to enjoy in that way?
No, it was very easy to enjoy.
Right.
But like as you're heading there, you're like, wow. Why did I? Or maybe this is low self-confidence. I don't know. Like, why do I get this?
I don't think that's a low self-confidence. I think that's humility, and I think that's healthy.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a crazy narcissist who's like, oh yeah, they should be giving me A5 Wagyu for no reason.
Right. I earned this.
Yeah, I deserve this. But it's kind of like weird to get something free like that, because I think a lot of the value comes from how much is paid for it.
Yes.
You know, like a diamond ring that's $1 million. You kind of want to know it's worth $1 million because you're going to enjoy it more, you know? But I wonder with a steak that you're not paying for, even if like you know it's like $50, it's free to you. So do you think it's less enjoyable because no money's leaving your pocket?
It's not what. If I got free pizza, I was like, all right, you know, this is good. It's good, free pizza. But the steak, it has a luxurious connotation.
Was there a sauce on it?
There was a sauce on it. It was a very good sauce.
What kind of, like
some sort of, yeah, it was like a red wine, sort of reduction. Oh, Ted. One thing Hollywood, Florida has, it's one good steakhouse.
It's like Atlantic City, but that's their casino.
Right.
is a steakhouse.
Yeah, no, the casino, Hollywood, the Hard Rock, they're doing all right.
Oh, right. Oh, they also have a
that
casino.
department.
Yeah, right.
You know, go.
I'm not a sauce guy on steak, by the way.
Neither am I, but
you gave it a chance.
I gave it a chance. Listen, I'm not paying. You know, live a little.
Right. You have nothing to lose.
I have nothing to lose.
It's free.
It's free.
If it's not good, it's still pretty good.
I ordered oysters. I don't even think they're native to Florida.
How long did those oysters have to travel?
Where are they? Right. How long have they been on ice?
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
It's like Walt Disney.
Yeah, they're anti-Semitic.
It's like from the 70s. They have a rich history. Wow. So you kind of took advantage a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, how much are we allocated? And they're like, don't worry about it. And I was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, because at that point, it's like prudence means nothing. They said go crazy. I'm not going to not go crazy.
Right.
Get the oysters.
I have a corporate card now.
Wow.
I shouldn't have a corporate card.
That's impressive.
That's why comedy keeps you humble by not only do you not get a corporate card, not only do you not get a steak, you don't get paid.
Yeah. I every once in a while, I'll make a few bucks doing comedy, and I feel unworthy. I even
Yes.
forget about it. You know, I'm like, is this mine? Really?
Well, we're so far into the hole of like my comedy debt.
Oh.
I don't think I'll ever get out. How people talk about student debt is how I talk about comedy debt.
Oh, yeah. And it's just ongoing. You continuously.
Forever.
Yeah. It's like if your student loan kept accumulating more. I guess
Right.
interest. Yeah. It just keeps getting worse. Yeah, it's a hard thing to overcome. But I guess with your, you got a company card.
Company card.
How frivolously can you use that?
Not very frivolously. But when I'm on the road,
Yeah.
I get to use it.
You can you can use it every, you can indulge a little bit.
Yeah. I'll go to, I'm going to Austin in June. Maybe I'll go to hit up a few open mics and put it on the card.
That's depressing.
Rich, did you charge $50 in open mics?
Oh my God. We're not even mad. It's a tragedy.
You have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a gambling addict. That's what being a comedian is. It's being a gambling addict.
1,000%.
It's like, I'm just going to keep going until maybe this pays off.
Until I hit jackpot.
Right.
But here's the thing. No one does.
Oh yeah. Never. It's the slowest jackpot ever. It's like hitting the jackpot in slow motion.
Right.
You start to finally get a little traction, but it's not even like this one moment. You could get on the Tonight Show tomorrow and still have to potentially hit an open mic the day after.
Oh, nowadays you have to hit an open mic after. You get to host the mic now.
Right. Oh yeah, which makes it free, which is great.
Right.
Yeah.
You're doing all right.
So you're living a little bit of the corporate life right now.
I don't mind it.
You like it?
I don't mind it.
Okay.
It is indulging. It is.
It has its perks.
It has its perks.
Yeah. They butter you up a little bit.
They butter you up.
Do you have to go into an office?
I don't have to, but I do because they pay for the food.
That's funny. Which is basically is like I just go to lunch.
I essentially. That's what I don't get this because I've wanted to just go for lunch. I was told that's insane. I was like, but that's what everyone here is doing, but for longer than me.
It's a long lunch.
Right, everyone. It's 8 to 5, but what if I just come in 12 to 1? Like it's the same. We're all there for the same purpose.
Right. I guess staying a little longer makes it feel like you're not abusing the system a little bit. It's like, all right, here in the lunch.
But I eat less snacks.
Right. Well, you don't have any snacks here. That's good.
Right.
I'm the same as you. If I have a snack, I'll eat it all immediately. I don't know where that comes from, but
Eating Hershey's Sundays for breakfast at Burger King.
you don't have to look far.
Yeah, that's exactly where it comes from.
Oh, such gluttony.
That's the definition of gluttony. That's what the Bible warned you about. It shouldn't even say gluttony in the Bible. It should say Hershey's.
It's a picture of me.
It's just your dad pointing at the menu and then you going
With
like
chocolate
that.
on my face.
With chocolate on your face.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely. That should be illegal. I think there should be. I think you should have to show an ID to get that past. Like to get a Hershey Sunday before 4 p.m. There should be an ID that you're at least 16 years of age.
You should have to check in like you had to at restaurants during the pandemic.
Right.
Like we're gonna contract trace you.
We're gonna. Yeah. We have a lot of medical information on you.
Yes.
Are you vaccinated?
Yeah. Are you vaccinated? Not with the COVID vaccine, just like any.
Yeah. Are you getting a diabetes shot?
Yeah. Do you have an insulin pump on your arm?
Are you on insulin? If not, then this is illegal. Yeah. It needs a warning. God, the more I think about it, I was eating cake. It's not even cake. I think
Ice
it's
cream
worse.
cake in a cardboard. I remember it so specifically. It was a cardboard, and it was only a slice.
They served a slice in a cardboard thing.
In a cardboard thing.
And it was delicious.
Ted, it's arguably the best thing ever made.
It was amazing. And it ruined my youth.
It's like Motrin and then the Hershey's / Reese's pie.
Oh my God. I didn't get on the middle school basketball team. I'm going through now and I'm rewriting history of my life.
You're talking about this like it's heroin. You're like, I was addicted all those years.
Well, it was terrible. I mean, think about that much sugar in the morning.
Oh, I don't have to.
Didn't get... It's in my brain.
Yeah, I've done it.
That's all I think about. I have to. My brain is made of sugar.
Yeah.
So thinking is thinking of sugar.
Right.
Every thought is sugar. I communicate with sugar.
That is funny. Your brain runs off carbs. So your brain is always thinking sugar.
This is brilliant. This is really good.
There's something here.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah. That's when sugar is like it's like Harry Potter's relationship with Voldemort. When I see him, I hear whispers.
Killed my dad.
I look at sugar, I hear it's like whispering sweet nothings in my ear. It's like my nemesis, but I love it. It's like a part of me, like Harry Potter.
Right, scarred. And you're always reminded of it.
Sugar, yeah. Oh, it's brutal. And I mean, think about like if you eat sugar now, what you feel. Like if you started today with a Hershey Sundae,
yep,
it would be a horrible day. You'd have to take a nap. You wouldn't think clearly.
No.
I was living like that for years. It's like no wonder I don't remember certain things from science class. No wonder I don't know that much about physics or whatever. Yeah. I was drinking ocean water and eating Hershey Sundaes. They didn't want me on the basketball team. Like I had to that's how good my life was in Fleming Island, is like that was my trial and tribulation.
Well, that's a true suburban
plight.
That's a good word.
Right. It's like that was my cross to bear.
Yes.
Is that I had sugar coursing through my veins at 8 a.m.
I like how you're blaming the sugar and not skipping class.
Well, one thing leads to the other,
Well, that's true.
What are you going to drink in ocean water and then go study geometry?
Right. No, we all know those guys. They get the Coney dog and then go.
Right. Oh, if I didn't skip class, I would sleep in class. I was a class sleeper too. I remember one day I slept through freshman geometry, and I was dreaming that I was awake in class. So like I'm dreaming that I'm sitting there taking notes, and I wake up and I'm not, and I wake up to my teacher standing over me. He picks up my sheet of paper. He sees like a word or two on the thing. He looks at me. He was like a good teacher. He wasn't a jerk. He was like, it's one of these teachers that like believes in you, and like it's like you could like feel that they're sad that you're not successful.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're squandering it. He just looks at and he just crumples the paper and just puts it on my desk. I never slept again in that class.
No, you can't.
I was like, wow, like it was like heartbreaking.
Was your teacher Robin Williams in Dead Poet Society?
He should have been. He was, I guess it's based off a true story.
Yeah, it's 1,000% based off a true story.
Yeah. That's the math version. Like, because it was very
geometry.
It was English. Yeah, it's the geometry version of Dead Poet Society. Dead shape guy. I don't know. Dead shapes guys.
Dead Rectangle Society.
Yeah. Dead Poet Society saw recently. Great movie.
Yeah. That won Best Picture.
It did?
No. We'd have to ask Ben Kirschenbaum.
Yeah. It definitely deserves it.
It definitely deserves it.
Amazing movie. Crazy twist ending. We won't spoil it.
Robin Williams is dead.
That's not what happened.
I mean, that's how it ends.
Is that?
No, but that's how
his career was dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Robin Williams.
Oh.
That's what I was going for.
Oh, after the fact.
Yeah,
died.
he's...
You could say that about anyone. Miss Doubtfire, Robin Williams died at the end of it.
Yeah. That's my spoiler.
Yeah, he ends up passing away. That's sad. But, yeah, Dead Poet Society. Weirdly sad movie.
I mean, by the title, I don't think it's that weird. I think it's more cheery than you think it is.
Wow. They actually see. I didn't think when I was seeing the movie like, oh, this is alluding to something. I didn't even realize that till you just said it.
It's called foreshadowing.
Wow.
Little English term for you.
But I needed foreshadowing for the foreshadowing because I didn't pick up on that.
Well, if you just stayed awake in class, Ted. Foreshadowing and...
I definitely skipped that. I dreamed that part.
Yeah, I wrote it in my dream notes.
Yeah. So hold on, let me go back to sleep.
If I could just fall asleep during this test.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. When I was awake, I failed. But if I could take this test in the dream world, I think I would have.
I think I do pretty well.
I'm a great sleeping student. I'm the best.
Yeah, in the metaverse, in my sleep metaverse.
Right.
I'm pretty good.
I'm actually on top of things, but you can't access that information.
No.
You can never recall a dream.
No, you would have to remember it like 5 minutes after it happened.
That's a funny idea of like, I'm a much smarter sleeping person than I am awake. You know? Like, what if I because I talk in my sleep. I don't think it's intelligible, but it could be. Maybe it's brilliant. Maybe I've discovered a new language.
Maybe you need to improve your sleep penmanship so that you could articulate your sleep talk.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I mean, we sleep a third of our lives.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we're not working on that.
On sleep?
Of not having to do it anymore. Like, imagine if you could take a pill and it did what sleep accomplished. Like a medication. Because, all right.
I don't know if you've ever taken the Xanax, but it does exactly that.
Crystal meth.
Yeah.
You don't need it anymore. Because mathematically, all right, let's pretend we sleep 8 hours a day. There's 24 hours in a day. If I live to be 90, I will have slept for 30 years.
Yep.
If someone was like, there's a disease out there that's taking 30 years off of every living person's life, we got to get to the bottom of this, then I think we'd be much more proactive. It's taking our life away.
I understand what your argument is.
But everyone likes sleep for some reason.
It's because it's one of the best things for you.
But it's weird because you don't even get to enjoy it. You enjoy the beginning and end of sleep.
Right.
You're not conscious during it.
No, you're not.
So why do people like it?
It's like exercise.
Okay.
You don't really like during it, but you like after. You feel better. It's like a Hershey pie.
Yeah, but even with sleep, you don't even get to enjoy the sleep part.
Yeah.
You're not there. I think people just like laying down.
I can confirm.
No one likes sleep. We like laying down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing nothing.
Sitting, laying down, being sedimentary. Sedimentary? Or is that just for rocks?
That's probably that probably works.
I think that works.
No, I think that's
igneous.
I think it's a type of rock.
Sedimentary. Igneous, metamorphic.
You know what this is? This is two guys that refuse to Google the truth about something.
Oh, that's one thing this podcast will never do. Is research.
Don't you hate that guy? You're out at a bar and you're having just a hypothetical conversation, and the guy's like, "Let's Google it."
I'm sometimes that guy.
You're that guy?
Because if I know what the answer is, it really pisses me off that we're not. Well, I'm like, no, this is what it is.
I'd rather just be wrong in a fun, imaginative way. I'd rather just always be wrong and be like, yeah, it's sedimentary. I think it's sedentary. A sedentary lifestyle.
It is sedentary.
Sedimentary is a type of rock. Sedimentary rocks are sedentary.
Yes.
It's like a rectangle square situation.
Not all rocks sleep, but all people that sleep are rocks.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Thanks for trying to help me. I don't know.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Let's Google it.
Oh, shit. We did it.
Oh, that's the end of it.
I go for an hour. We did an hour 19.
Oh, my God. That's a
hot pod.
That's a fantastic pod.
Yarbar?
Plug it. Plug it. We do a show called Yarbar Comedy Show on Instagram. We produce a show at Tara Rose every 2 Wednesdays of the month. So follow us on social media and come out.
With the R.
I'm the bar. He's the yar. Barton. Yeah, you never. Yeah.
No, I never put that together.
I'm bar. Yeah, come on out.
Yar bar. Gaffigan was there once.
He was. It was a great show. He popped in, did a set. Took a stop from theaters to come do our show at a bar.
That's nice of him.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
There you go. Also, my favorite thing from Burger King, the steakhouse burger. It was mashed potatoes, A1 steak sauce.
For breakfast, yeah.
They wouldn't sell it to me. Goodbye.